What's up, guys? I got my first battle on my new channel here against Dodorov from slowpokez or something, and let's just get right to it. He starts out a Sneasel. I start off with a pincer. I don't want to get faked out, so I switch off to my Haunter, who is obviously immune to that shiznit. And now he goes for the Ice Shard, and I figured he was going to go for that, and I can probably live 1 or 2, and it looks like I can live 2, so I'm just going to hit back with the Hidden Power Fighting. I'm pretty sure he has a Sash, but you know, why not take that thing down to it for the hell of it. So I know I can live 1 more, bearing he doesn't get a crit, but he decides to switch out, which was pretty cool. And since I am spexed, I'm just gonna go for the Hidden Power Fighting here, and it's not gonna do jack shit to his Gardevoir. When I saw that, I figured it's pretty much a special wall, so I go into my Noctowl, who gets Will-O-Wisp, which is awesome because I was kind of predicting some kind of status, that or a Shadow Ball or Psychic. So I just went into this guy and ended up being fine. So he goes for Protect, and I'm gonna go for the Psycho Shift because I want to burn that little fucker, but it didn't work out too well. But that's okay because I don't really mind having my Noctowl burned, and I can probably pass it on to anybody else. So I figured he'd switch out now, and it's something that resisted. So I go for the Whirlwind, and it ends up bringing back in, his Gardevoir. And here I thought he might switch into the Typhlosion again. So he actually ends up going for the Psychic here, which isn't too bad, and I end up going for the Roost, which ended up working perfectly for me, even though I really would have liked to get the Psycho Shift off me, but it never hurts having full HP. So yeah, I got some burn damage now, and he decides to go for a Wish because he's probably just trying to scout out what else I'm gonna do. And I decide to go for another Whirlwind, and I end up bringing up his Gligar, and I really don't have anything that deals with Gligar too well that can easily one-hit KO it. So I just go for a Nightshade. I was kind of predicting him to keep switching into Typhlosion, so I still didn't use Psycho Shift, but Nightshade didn't even work it up nicely, even though he got the Wish damage back on him. So now I switch out into my Haunter, and he sets up some rocks, which I don't want to see because I have a freaking Pincer and a Noctowl, which get raped by rocks. And he decides to switch out and go into Sneasel, go for this Shadow Ball. It's going to take it out, which is pretty nice. And now he goes into Typhlosion, and I'm guessing that thing's Scarf, so I get the fuck out of there and go into my Camel Crush. And he goes for I think he went for an Overheat there, missed, and it wouldn't really matter because it's not going to do jack shit to me. So now he goes into this bad boy, and I end up set up some rocks of my own because I want to start doing some damage to that Typhlosion in case he has Eruption. So now he goes into Primate, and I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to take an Earthquake or nothing to the face. Or no, wait, that was a double switch. My bad. And I go into more Ghosts, and he's gonna go for the Ice Punch. I stayed in basically just to see if he was faster, to see if he was a Scarf Ape, and it ended up being correct. So now I go into Quagsire because I know that he's gonna be locked into Ice Punch, and it's not gonna do jack shit to my Quagsire or Glenn because he's freaking pro. So I go for the Earthquake now, and I get a crit here. Pretty sure that mattered, but I'm not gonna complain about it. So now Glenn's looking all cool and there and shit. Now he brings in Shemale, and I don't want to stay in because I'm kind of fearing, you know, I really can't do too much. I don't want to get Will-O-Wisp, so I go into Camel Crush now, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, but he goes for a Psychic, and that does a nice amount of damage to my Camel Crush. And he goes for another one now, and that's gonna take me out, probably getting maximum damage there. So yeah, there goes my Camel Crush. And so now I go into Nutcracker here, and obviously I'm gonna go for the X Scissor, so he's gonna get out of there and go into his DJ Roost, and I go for the X Scissor. Not gonna do too much since it's not very effective against that Gligar. And now I'm going to go for the Swords Dance, knowing that there's really not much he can do to me besides Roost, Taunt, or Earthquake, and none of those are going to be that effective. I mean, he can taunt me, but I am faster, so I'm going to be able to get my Swords Dance off. Excuse me. So now I go for a Stone Edge. Doesn't do too much. And he's going for the Earthquake, and that's going to do shapoopy damage. And he's going to get his leftovers back and all that fun stuff. And I'm just going to go for another Stone Edge here. Just Stone Edge to Oblivion until I kill this damn thing. And that's pretty nice. I'm able to get rid of it. And now he goes into his Pot Smoker. Right here, obviously I'm going to switch out and go to my Noctowl because don't want to take a freaking Overheat from that shit. So now he goes for Overheat, and even though I am specially defensive, that is going to take an assload out, actually taking me out. So there goes my Noctowl. And now I go into Glenn here because I know he's locked into something. Either Specs or Scarf. I didn't even find out. So I'm going to be able to go for an Earthquake, and that's going to do a nice chunk of damage to his Gardevoir, I think. Yeah, looks like it did a solid amount, probably a 3 KO. So now we got all our leftovers and all that fun stuff, just eating food in the middle of a battle. I go into my Nutcracker, get an ass little damage from the Stealth Rocks, and he gets a Will-O-Wisp off on me, and I predicted that, so I have my Lumberry, which is going to help me get rid of that. And I should have predicted his Protect here, but I was so over aggressive and like fuck yeah that I decided to just go for the X Scissor. But his little Protect didn't matter because I'm just going to take him out with the next X Scissor. And that's going to be the end of his Shemale. So now that Gardevoir's out of the way, I pretty much have little to no competition left. Right here was probably the biggest play of the game. He goes for Hidden Power Grass here, predicting my switch into Quagsire. I figured, you know, I'm pretty much dead anyway, so I might as well just stay in and go for a Stone Edge and hope that he goes for Hidden Power Grass, and it ended up working perfectly. So Stone Edge is going to take out his Typhlosion. Now he goes into Lyron, and I'm just going to close combat that bad boy to oblivion. So good game, Dodorov, or Dodorov, my bad, and expect more battle, guys. I will see you all later. Peace.